Hey y'all, so I just did a really big grocery haul to kick off Saturday morning. I have a free day, so I'm like, why not get ahead of it? But what I wanted to do is just run y'all through all the things that we get relatively like every week, I guess you could say. These are some of our staples. It is a lot of food. I will also say that CJ and I do eat a lot. We go through a lot in a week. I do buy in bulk, so some of this won't be prepped right away, and some of it will be frozen. But I'll give y'all the rundown on what we're going to be cooking this week and kind of what that looks like. So, when I go to the grocery store, obviously the first thing I try to think about is protein. What are the meals that we're going to be eating this week? What is the protein going to be in that meal? What are the sides going to be? All of that. Now, I've done this for a little bit and it's way easier than we make it out to be. So, I just want to talk y'all through how you put these meals together with protein being the center of that meal. And a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll just batch cook everything. So I make big batches of ground beef, chicken, our sides, which are going to be like potatoes, rice, vegetables, things like that. And then I just piece them together throughout the week when we need to have our meals prepped. So to start out with breakfast, this week I'm actually going to be switching it up a little bit. I do normally make like a breakfast casserole or a breakfast scramble, and I wanted to throw it back to the breakfast casserole because it's easy and packed with protein, and I'll show y'all how to get extra protein in. But with our breakfast casserole, obviously we're gonna have some whole eggs. I will post the whole recipe for y'all once I'm finished. We'll add egg whites for just additional protein. Obviously, eggs are gonna be protein and fat. Egg whites will just be protein. And get the carton and pour like half a cup. For this actual recipe, I want to say it's like 8 cups of egg whites. It's a lot, but I'm just trying to get the protein as high as we possibly can. And then for the beef that we're going to be doing in there, I am going to be doing 1 thing of pork sausage, but then I'm going to cut it with some 90/10 ground beef. Pork sausage is going to be a little bit higher in fat. It will be lower. So by using both, we'll get additional protein without throwing the calories very high because of the lean beef. We'll kind of cut that back a little bit. Some other things I have on hand, these will probably be frozen, but we've got some bacon, and then this is more going to be like for CJ's breakfast meals, and then I got some chicken and maple sausage. It's the Applegate brand, and this is just something that, I can throw onto like an English muffin. I can have it as a quick little snack if I need something before a workout, but it's like a sweet and savory because it is the chicken and maple. The other thing I love for a ground beef option is ground bison. This is one of my favorites in terms of like consistency. It's also a 90/10, so it is a leaner cut of ground beef. And then I had some leftover sirloin steak. So these are freaking amazing. I get these from Costco. We get the big pack. I use half of it one week. I use the other half another week. And I will use the birria packets to make some sort of like Mexican inspired ground beef with this. I put it in the crock pot with a little bit of bone broth. And just like the carne asada y'all may have seen in the community app, this is so simple. It's 3 ingredients and it tastes amazing. Again, it's something that I'll have about 2 pounds of, and we can just throw some bowls together with it. Now, obviously we have a lot of Mexican inspired stuff this week, so I did get quesadillas or tortillas for CJ. We got some black beans as well. I got the can, and then I got some that are like already seasoned. There are options. Obviously, these are really convenient. They heat up in 60 or 90 seconds, and they have a little extra flavor, whereas these are just going to be plain black beans. I'll drain them, and it can just be another protein and carb source that we would add into a meal. The other things I got to kind of go with that as well, we have some fresh salsa here, and then I did get some cilantro so we can top our meals with that. One of the things I'm actually going to be making this week, and I can't wait to share this recipe. It's inspired by our neighbors at Green Fork. If y'all have been to Be More, it's a little tea, and it's like a juice bar basically, but they do have prepped meals. And last week when I didn't prep my food, I went over there and I got some sweet potato tacos. So he had done just sliced sweet potato baked in the oven, and then he fills it with taco meat and cilantro and black beans. So that is going to be on my menu this week, and I cannot wait for it. I will share that recipe with y'all once I am finished. Some other things we've got for sides. I try to stick to vegetables. I prep in bulk. I already made some last night. I cooked dinner and I made extra green beans. So we do have some sauteed green beans with roasted almonds for the week. And then I also did a head of cauliflower, which I run through that pretty quick just because I will throw it into all of my meals. But I trim it. I get a head of cauliflower and I just cut the little heads. I cut the stems off. I season it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and paprika, little bit of olive oil, and then I roast it in the oven about 5 minutes before it's ready. I will sprinkle it with some Parmesan cheese, and that will be one of the sides that we'll have. I got an extra head because, like I said, I go through this like crazy during the week. The other sides we'll have, like I said, we've got the sweet potato tacos coming up, so I do have my sweet potatoes here. I have some peppers in the refrigerator as well that I already cooked this morning. And then I just got more little potatoes for CJ. So these I will throw either in his breakfast or his lunch meals. But they're really easy because I'll take these, I'll dice them up, throw a tablespoon of olive oil on them with the seasoning packet, put it into the air fryer, and they are delicious. They come out like little crispy potatoes. And then for our fruit, we've got more carbs, but again, we can eat carbs. We just want to eat the good carbs. We don't want to eat cookies, all of that BS. We want to eat fruits and whole foods and things along those lines. So I've got bananas, I've got raspberries, and I have some blueberries for us this week. We do already have some fruit in the fridge, so I didn't have to get too much. And then I think the last thing is really our like Greek yogurts. These are an easy snack. I get 2 different kinds just because I like the flavor. The Okios brand has the 15-gram protein one, which I do like, but they also have the Pro, which is 20 or 23 grams of protein if you're someone that struggles to get protein in. That is a very easy hack. And then 2 different types of milk. I get the 3-ingredient one because it is a very clean brand. It doesn't have all of those like gums and fillers. And then we also do the lactose-free Fairlife milk. Easy way to sneak in more protein because you get 13 grams of protein in 1 cup. So if you're making smoothies, you're drinking a protein shake, anything like that, you can use that to just boost it up. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much our meal prep. I think there's a few random things in here that I didn't go over. Something we'll always keep in our fridge is cottage cheese, another easy thing. And then the other things I'll stock up on are these little seasoning packets because your meals don't have to be complicated. Most of mine are just a protein source, some type of bone broth, and then one of these packets to throw on top of it for some good seasoning. We've got tacos, we've got birria, we've got ranch for this week, and we'll switch it up when I'm looking for a new flavor. But that is kind of the gist of our meal prep, and I hope it was helpful to kind of see some of the things that we get and to talk through it. But I would love for y'all to share some of the things y'all got for your grocery trip as well.